What's up, guys? I'm Jones back in the house again for another list today. And today's list is going to be top 10 funniest living actors under the age of 50 years old. I don't want to do the typical list. I want to do a list that's a little bit more specific, and maybe you might discover some actors or actresses you don't know of too well because of my list, which I'm hoping for. Here goes the list. Number 10, Eric Stonestreet. Now, you might know Eric Stonestreet probably from Modern Family. Well, that's probably really the only thing he's really been in, but he made such an impact on it the last, 7-8 years it's been on TV. His timing's really good. He really knows how to steal a scene. He plays someone who's gay on that show. In real life, he's not gay. And it's funny because it's like he's just so good at playing a gay character. That's how good of an actor he is. My number 9, Craig Robinson. So Craig Robinson kind of got started later in his life. He used to be like a music teacher in like inner city Chicago, and then he got into acting I think in his late 20s, if not early 30s. And I find him hilarious. His timing's hilarious. I think he's very, very talented. Everything he says, he makes me laugh. I really got to see him, I think it's Daryl in The Office. And I saw him in Pineapple Express, and he to me stole the whole movie. I thought he was so funny in Pineapple Express. And Hot Tub Time Machine, he's great. But he just has that natural funny, the funny essence he has. Number 8 is Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill really came on strong in the movie Superbad, but before Superbad, he was really funny in the movie Accepted with Justin Long, where they made up their own college. So he has a great range. He's an intelligent actor. He's very, very naturally funny. He changes his body all the time. He's either real heavy or thin. He's very quick-witted. He has that Vince Vaughn quick wit, but he has a self-deprecation. Thought he was hilarious in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, when he was obsessed with Russell Brand. It was so funny. My number 7 is Jason Segel. One thing I truly admire in acting is a sense of self-deprecation. That means you can make fun of yourself. You can laugh at yourself. You're not going to take yourself too serious. I remember his first movie was Can't Hardly Wait. He was the goofy guy that ate the watermelon and talked about T-shirts. And then he was that crazy guy in the movie Dead Man on Campus. Forgetting Sarah Marshall's basically, that's his baby. That's what put him on the map. And I loved him in the 5-Year Engagement. I just thought he's great. I think he's really funny. And the movie I Love You Man, I thought he was really great. I think he just has that natural comedic timing like Chevy Chase did. Just to play the real straight kind of guy, but just can be really goofy and funny. And just seems like an overall great guy. My number 6 is Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan makes me laugh uncontrollably because he's such a nonconformist. He does anything he wants to do. He's not afraid to say something that seems inappropriate at the time. I just like that because that means he's being himself. He's being true. He's lucky to be alive. He was in a horrible, horrible accident 3 or 4 years ago where a Walmart truck struck his tour bus, something like that, and it killed a couple people, excluding him. But on 30 Rock, I thought he was pretty good. He played Tracy Jordan. But any movie he's been in, he always makes me laugh. And he's even said yeah, I do the movies for a paycheck. I don't care. I just like the honesty because that's what these people do. And he doesn't live in a PC world. And he really says what he's doing is yeah, I want to make as much money as possible. I don't care. I like that. I like that because he's being honest. He's not trying to patronize the patrons. Number 5 would be Melissa McCarthy. But her way of doing things reminds me of Chris Farley. She's very erratic and just kind of insane and can do any role and make it funny. That's what makes me think of Chris Farley. He made any role funny. Well, Melissa McCarthy makes any role funny. He truly loved her in Bridesmaids. She was so funny as the character Megan, who took 9 puppies from the engagement party and would throw her leg up high in the air in the airplane with Air Marshal John. She's great. She's so agile for being a bigger girl. I think anything she does, she makes much better. Number 4 is Jake Johnson. Jake Johnson, I thought, was so funny in Let's Be Cops. But he is everything Rob Corddry's not. I can't stand Rob Corddry. But Jake Johnson does it right. He does it right every time. You know, he even made the movie The Mummy, which the movie wasn't bad, but he even made the movie The Mummy watchable. You know, the Tom Cruise movie that came out this year, because he was funny in it. You know, but Let's Be Cops cracks me up with him. You know, he plays this scared type Ben Stiller type character in Jurassic World. And he's believable, and he's believable as someone who is kind of like scared, nervous all the time, or can be really, really goofy and silly, but like it's not nonsensical. Like, I think it's very funny. But Jake Johnson, he's very, very underrated, and you got to start watching some movies with him because he's great. And Let's Be Cops is probably his baby. My number 3 is Chris Pratt. So Chris Pratt really got his start on Parks and Recreation. He played the character Andy, and he's just so funny. He's naturally funny. I see nothing but humility, like I said, with Jason Segel and Jake Johnson, and I just find him to be so perfect with timing, and his reactions and his facial expressions are hilarious. Just everything he does, I crack up. I think it's really cool about his love story with his wife, Anna Faris. Like, they're totally two different people, and they make it work. I just love it. It's cool. My number 2 is Zach Galifianakis. So, a lot of people are like, I don't really think that they find him that funny. I don't know why. You know, I've had conversations with people that don't find him funny, and I sit there and I go, I will spend the rest of the day trying to understand where you're coming from. Zach Galifianakis is hilarious. He was so funny in the movie Out Cold from like 1999, 2000. That's when I first heard of him. Then I started seeing him on Comedy Central specials where he would just sit and play piano and just say little one-liners, and they're hilarious. They're so random. But Zach Galifianakis is a riot. He's so funny. I don't understand people that don't like him. I don't get it. But like movies like Keep It Up with the Joneses, he's hilarious. Masterminds, hilarious. The Hangover, hilarious. What was the movie he did? Dinner with Schmucks, where he played that psychopath that would work at his cubicle like all day into the night. Like, it was hilarious. Due Date, hilarious. The Campaign, hilarious. Between Two Ferns bit he does on YouTube. It's hysterical. His interviews are so funny. And my number 1 is Danny McBride. The first time I saw Danny McBride, I believe, was probably The Heartbreak Kid. And he didn't play a real funny character. He played more of a tight ass in that movie, but like he was funny for just being the way he was. But I really saw how funny he was in Eastbound and Down and Pineapple Express. Thought he was great in Tropic Thunder. But I love Danny McBride. He everything he says, he makes me laugh. Eastbound and Down, he's just a riot. Kenny Powers, he's a genius character. I thought he was so funny in the show Vice Principals. He keeps a pretty low profile. I don't hear much about him. I think he's in like producing now. I actually heard he's producing the next Halloween with Michael Myers, which I'm really excited for, because I feel like he'll do it right. But, you know, Danny McBride in the movie Due Date. He was hilarious in Due Date. Just a small little bit, or cameo. So anyway, that's my list for top 10 funniest actors that are living under the age of 50. I know, a crazy title, but it is what it is. But I hope you're enjoying these videos. And if you are, please hit the sub button here. You'll see on the screen. Or you can always hit it just down below. But yeah, keep watching these videos if you'd like. I appreciate it. I really enjoy doing it myself for you guys. And again, these are my opinions, and you know, obviously I'm not keeping them to myself. So you guys take it easy, and bye.